Check, 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 check. What about now? Is it working yet? Check, 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 check. Oh, you hear me now? Cool. Well, that was interesting. I don't know why that happened, but I guess it did. All right. Our live and sound is okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll start my little spiel over. This is going to be fun. All right. Yes. The Gabby thing. Yeah. Not only do we have this thing gets crazier and crazier every day. We got them two leaving. Somewhere along the line, body cam footage of those two arguing. Cops split them up, said it was a mental health thing or whatever, some kind of issues. It wasn't a domestic thing. I watched the whole thing over an hour. That was pretty interesting too. And then we have him leaving and then coming back. But when he left, he was at a storage facility, either moving stuff in or out. We don't know what that is about. And then he came back to her. And then she went missing. He went home, showed up, lawyered up. Everybody said that, yeah, he ain't saying nothing. No deal. And now, supposedly, the, all the people that are telling him not to say anything and are covering up for him say, we don't know where he's at. He's been missing since Tuesday and it's Saturday. So this thing gets crazier and crazier as we go along. The whole thing is nuts to me, but hey.
Yeah, and that's right. His attorney released a short statement saying that FBI agents were here at the Laundrie family home to get information from the family in an attempt to help find Brian. We have also confirmed tonight that Brian has not been heard from by family since Tuesday. So now we're 3 days from that. Both he and Gabby are now missing, both of them. Here's what it looked like as officers were going in and out of the home. They got here about 6:30. They left about 8:50 or so. The home had been surrounded all day by media and angry residents shouting at the family to speak up and for Brian to say what he knows about why Gabby hasn't been heard from.
See, the whole thing is getting nuts. I don't understand none of it. I don't know, man. It's craziness. It's craziness. It's just the more and more, the longer it goes, the crazier it gets. So how can, and you know, it's just me, but Marilyn says, don't you think maybe they could have said something? All right. Well, here's my opinion on that. I mean, and again, I know I shouldn't have to say this, but everything I say in here is my opinion. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a social worker, not a psychiatrist, not a mental health expert. none of that. It's all just my opinion from filing this craziness. But my thing is, if you are going to plead the fifth, which is the right to remain silent, that's what you do. You remain silent. If you say, I'm not saying nothing, then that's what you do. Don't say nothing. So in that regard, I agree with what he's doing. If he's going to say, don't say nothing, then don't say nothing. Because once you start yapping about anything, then it's like, then they can take that little bit. And then once I remain silent again. Well, they'll take that and they'll do whatever they want to. So if you're going to say, I remain silent, have the the right to remain silent, I'm going to, well, then that's what you do. Shut the hell up. Don't say shit. So, but again, is he guilty? Is he not? I don't know. But the whole thing is once you say, I ain't saying nothing, then everybody goes, ha ha. And they automatically assume that you are guilty, you know? What about him having her phone? Gabby's mother had got a text. Claim he, yeah. Well, here, yeah, that's the other part of the story was, that he didn't have a phone. She had a phone. And, even on the body cam footage, when they were separated and they said, don't speak to each other till tomorrow. Don't even wave to him or nothing when you drive off, whatever. She told the cop, tell him to remember the phone charger and to charge the phone. So to me, it sounded like they had one phone and they were dealing with it. But anyway, and that was the thing that Gabby's mom said, that they FaceTimed or they talked regularly. And then things stopped. And then they got a FaceTime, said, we're going here. But then when they went to the Tetons, I think it was one of the places, she got a text. Her mom got a text saying, we're not going to have any service and blah, 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 blah. And then she got one more text. I forget what it said. And then he shows up at home with the van. So Gabby's mom says she doesn't think that the texts were from Gabby. She thinks it was from him while he was driving home. But, yeah, this thing is just getting crazy. And yeah, I did hear people say that too. I just think it's odd that his family gave him plenty of time to get far away before they said he's not up. Yeah. And it's not just him, it's the lawyer too, because the lawyer knows where he's at. If you weren't guilty, you wouldn't take the fifth. Most people would be generally concerned in talking. Well, and here's the other thing. It's kind of odd because, again, I think it was like an hour and 17 minutes. I watched the whole, the body cam footage that I found anyway. And, the thing is that he said that, I don't want to press charges and everything. And no. And she, because they pulled him over because he was speeding and he hit the curb when they, and they got that call saying that they were fighting outside of the place, that one of the two girls, the couple, those ladies that just got married, I guess they worked there or something, or they were just there or some shit, but somehow that place where they were at is tied in with those girls. That got murdered. But yeah, when they got pulled over, anyway, and they wanted to know why he hit the curb. And he said, she grabbed the steering wheel. She said, no, I was hitting him in the arm. So they were kind of like, okay, yeah, if he's, the cop can say, yeah, if I'm getting hit in the arm and I'm holding the steering wheel, I'm going to, and I might jerk. So he says she grabbed the wheel, whatever. But then every time they talked to him, he was like, no. No, I said, did you watch the interview with the girl who gave him a ride? He offered her and her boyfriend $200 to take him to Mount. No, I didn't see that one. But he kept on saying, no, I don't want to press charge. I don't want to do anything. And the cop was telling him, well, you know, you don't have a choice really, because here, you know, I don't have to cite you for your speeding or your reckless driving, but the domestic violence thing or the whatever, we have to do something about that, blah, 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 and all that shit, you know. And he was like, no. And then the cop told him, he said, when I turn in my report, you guys have a court date and you have to show up to the court date. You have to, no matter what. And if you don't, well, then they're going to take your license. They're going to put out a bench warrant, blah, 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 blah. And even if you do, and I say not, you know, and you're not going to press charges and I'm not doing anything, the district attorney or whatever, the prosecutor, he could say, well, we're filing domestic charges against her. And he's like, no, what do I got to do? What do I got to do? And it was like, no, he's going to do whatever it takes so she doesn't get in trouble for whatever reason. And then when the cop went over and talked to her and said, you know, I'm not doing this, I'm not trying, we're just going to separate you, and I just don't want you to speak to each other, blah, 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 blah. She was bubbling and crying, and then she kind of calmed down a little bit, and she seemed relieved. But they both seemed to me a little bit out of it, like, I don't know, like, I hate to say it, but it just seems to me that these two should have not been traveling alone across country, in my opinion. I really don't think so. I think they had too many issues, just the way they seemed to me, just in the video, you know? I could be wrong. They could be totally capable, but it just, I don't know. It seemed to me that they were just, I don't know. They had too many issues. They were too excitable. She was too emotional. He was saying that all it took was, you know, him to have dirty boots or something, because she had the extreme OCD, and I don't know. They just seen, I don't know. She had a van before she got with the boyfriend. For him to show up with her van and not her isn't good. Yes, I agree. Travel Lines Alliance put out a statement this morning about Abby, about attorney by parents. Brian's not lost. He is not. Yeah, I saw that. Yes, I agree, Charlotte. I do agree. It just, you know, and then it's like her father has concerns of going on a trip, which is why he had her map out. Yeah. And then, of course, the whole thing is the other part of this is that, of course, we all expect this to happen.
We're told Brian's not here. Things are quiet here now, but that wasn't the case a couple of hours ago.
Gabby's parents want answers.
Dozens of people gathering outside the Laundrie family home in Northport demanding answers. Northport police say Brian's family attorney contacted them Friday night wanting to speak for the first time. They say the family is concerned because he hasn't been seen since Tuesday. He was last seen wearing a hiking.
Could you imagine going through all this crap, having all these people and the media and shit on your lawn every day?
Says she didn't know Gabby personally, but she's a mother to 2 children. She says the fact that Brian hasn't spoken up to help find Gabby is unacceptable.
I feel like he's a coward, and even if it was an accident or anything, really, I mean, he knows something. So for him not to say anything is just heart-wrenching for me.
Again.
So, yeah, I mean, again, I don't, I'm not saying, but could you imagine being the kid, Laundrie, if you didn't do anything, or being the parents and having to deal with that shit every day, all day? I don't know. It's kind of crazy to me, the whole thing. And it just gets more strange, more weird. Let's see, you left her at a store. Then we'll say that. Let's see. Used to watch her videos. She lives in the woods by herself. Different parks, campsites. Well, here's my I'll tell you what I think. One of the many theories I have. I think that she went off. I think when they got back together after the police thing, after the body cam stuff, I think she flipped out again, and like before, she was smacking him and beating him, and like before, when he was going to leave her and locked her out of the van, and she climbed in the window. I think he did it again, but he got away this time and just left her and said, "Fuck this crazy bitch," and he went home. And then he felt bad and said, "I got to go find her." I don't know. The other thing is when when the cops had him and they were on the thing, they were like, "Let me see those scratches. How'd you get those scratches?" Were those scratches from her? Were those scratches from somebody else? Did he do something to somebody else? And she was flipping out about what he did or how he did it. And he kept just saying, "Calm down, calm down." And she was like, "Oh my God, look what you did." Blah, 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 blah. And he was going, "Calm down, calm down." Maybe those scratches weren't for her. Nope. Find out. She took some scraping. Was it her skin? Was his skin under her nails? Did she have anything? Who knows? Because again, everybody keeps saying, I know they say there's no connection, but everybody keeps saying that those two ladies, that the new couple, those two ladies that just got married, that got shot right there where they were at that store where they were, or the one worked there or some shit. I forget the tie now. I got so much of this crap in my head. I've been watching all this stuff. But either one of them worked there or they were just there. But anyway, at that same store where the person called and said, "Hey, there's this couple, they're flipping out." He's smacking the shit out of him. And that's another thing. The witness who called the police said that he didn't do anything to her except mean mug her. She was going off and he just and gave her a shove and then got in the van and locked it, and then she climbed in the window. And that's the story they both told on the body cam. So but no connection to their death. Yeah, but he's at home, right? He's at home, sitting in the house, being quiet, not saying anything. Now all of a sudden we find out he's been gone since Tuesday. I don't believe anything everybody's saying anymore. How do they know there's no connection to their death? They don't even know where any of them are. They don't even know where he is now. I don't think he was, well, I mean, he kind of was, I don't want to say joking, he was smiling. To me, it looked like a nervous a nervous thing. I mean, it was just to me. The line doesn't fit. They got pulled over on August 12th. 2 women's were 13th. Oh, they were in the, okay. Gotcha. And again, I don't understand why he wouldn't say anything. And I get the lawyer saying, I mean, if you go back for whatever reason, and the other, all right, so if you go back and you go, this is what happened, you know, whether it be, she flipped out and I just had enough and I left her along the side of the road. What should I do? What should I do? You know, and the lawyer says, all right, just shut the fuck up till we find out what's going on. You know, don't say shit. You know, I'll get an investigator and I'll send him out to wherever you say you left her, you know. It's just a hypothetical scenario, you know. So just shut up until he goes out there and looks and we find out, you know, we'll look for her there, you know. And then of course then there's that what he said about, or what the lawyer put out, or the family, whatever, was, we understand that there's a search in, you know, this area. We hope that she is found. So, you know, shit like that goes through my head that, like, maybe he just did leave her. And again, went back and said, oh, what did I do? What did I do? You know, what should I do? The lawyer says, shut up. I'll send him out there. All right, well, we got word that they're searching there, and that's where you'd left her. So hopefully they'll find her, and then we can clear all this up. So in the meantime, shut the hell up. And then he's sitting there, and then all of a sudden he decides, well, I'm going to take off and I'm going to go look for her. So he leaves on Tuesday. But why doesn't the parents and why does the lawyer say, hey, yo, Bobo left. He left yesterday, you know, Wednesday, by the end of the day going, yo, he took off. He's missing too. No, I don't know. The whole thing is goofy to me. Awoken, yeah. Yeah, it'll be great. It's free, cheap, and easy. Or like somebody said the other day, free, cheap, and murdery. I don't know. The whole thing's goofy. I heard it was male that called the cops on them. Yes, but one of the 2 murder girls did work at the business they were fighting in front of. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it was a dude that called. And I thought I knew I heard that they were either there or one of them worked there. But yeah, you confirmed it. Yeah, one of them did work there. Let's see. I would have thought it was a social media stunt or fake news had I not watched her channel for a couple years before. Yeah, her channel, I thought she just started it. Yeah, because that was the whole big thing. You should just go back to YouTube and like nothing ever happened. He left her standing on the road and then couldn't find her when he went back. Yeah, he could have just said, you know, this crazy bitch, I'm tired of her smacking on me and scratching me up. I'm leaving. Yeah. He could have drove down the road, turned around and said, I got to go get her, and went back and she was gone. Yeah, you're right. And then panicked and drove home. Anything could happen. And that's the whole thing. We're left to speculate because the knucklehead went home and didn't say shit. If he'd have just said, you know, I couldn't take her whooping on me or whomping on me and scratching me and beating me, so I left her ass. This is where I left her. Go look for her. But no, he's got to shut up because the lawyer said no. because I guess if somebody found her dead and you left her there, you're culpable and all that. So I don't know, like, again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what the hell goes on. He could have left her and someone killed her, but then why wouldn't he talk? Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, somebody's got to know something, No, I just think it's crazy the way everything's going, because we first saw that the cops and the FBI were going to the Laundrie house, and they're going in and they're looking through a car and they're doing this and that. We thought it was to look for evidence for her, but no, they're there looking for evidence to find out where Knucklehead Goofball is now. So I don't know. The whole thing is just getting weird. The Laundrie family are monsters and raised a monster. How you could leave another family in such agony is beyond my understanding. The level of cruelty is reserved for sociopaths. Excuse me. You got a good point, because again, the family says, oh, everybody, Brian's sister was on there saying, oh, we loved her. She was part of the family. She even lived with us for a year, or whatever, all this other bullshit. And they're engaged and they're in love. And well, if you're so in love, why wouldn't you say something? And if your family loves her so much, why wouldn't you say something? You love your son a little bit more because he's wacko and he did something dumb? Or are you listening to some goofball lawyer who is just, I don't know, trying to get in the spotlight, stay in the spotlight? I don't know. There's so many things that can, and you have people saying that, it could be a social media stunt. And, some people go, oh, that's ridiculous. But come on, people do some pretty dumb shit just to get a like and a view. I'm not saying this is the case, but the same goes for lawyers. If the lawyer is going to be in the spotlight, he's going to get to be on TV and he's going to get well known. And after this case is all over, he's going to get bombarded with all kinds of stuff and he's going to be rich after this. Then he's going to let it drag on as long as he can. And he's going to do whatever he can. That's the way some people think. I hate to say it, but people were fucking disgusting, as we can see by all this crazy madness. Wouldn't that be funny? A week from now, there's a YouTube video. How you doing? I found her. We're back together. We're in love. Oh, man. And maybe they could share a cell after putting the world through this. Lots of reports coming in from what I hear. Lots of reports of, they have a big tip line open, of course. And lots of people saying they saw him, they saw them, they saw her in different areas. So there's lots of stuff coming in. I guess it's one of those things where you got to sift through it all and see what's true and what's not. And that's what I said a couple days ago. I'm like, all these nomads out there, and they're all saying the same thing, that these parks, the national parks, are so crowded. There's more people than ever, and not just RVers. Everybody's out there. And so you think that somebody would have seen them with all the people that are out there. And then there's the other thing. The other thing is we don't know everything. We're not going to know everything until later. They can't give up all the goods. They got to keep some of the stuff quiet. You got, there's reports that the national parks, I forget which one they said, but most national parks, they have cameras of, everybody at the entrance. They're not everywhere scattered throughout the wilderness, but at the entrance, and I'm sure some shops and stuff have cameras. And they even said that some of the, or most, have license plate readers. So they'll be able to tell if 2 went in and 1 came out, or if 2 went in and 2 came out, what time they were there, when they were there. If they got cameras and license readers, they got all that. They're already saying that yes, they're definitely doing following the electronic trail, credit cards, cell phones, gas, and because definitely if he had the phone and he beelined from one side to the other and wound up home in Florida in 42 hours or whatever it was, he had to stop for gas somewhere, and he's got that phone. So they're pinging, and they know where he was when. They know when he stopped and got gas, where he was, and all that shit. So they got to know something, but they can't just all put it out there, because then again, if they find out a bunch of stuff, and then they say, okay, here's the deal, blah, 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 and you got him in there or somebody, and they say, okay, and they say, well, yeah, no, and they blurt out something that they know that nobody else, that they didn't put out there, that people don't know, then that's a gotcha. Yes, most people are, for sure. All right, Brenda says, I gotta say I'm with you on this one, BB. My head is totally jumping. Yeah, watching. It's probably one of the most weirdest cases. Yes, it is the strangest one I've seen in a while. Why didn't she contact her mom from the motel? I think he had the phone. I'm not sure. That's a good question, though. That's right, Beanie. Wonder how much of a head start he got thanks to his parents. One thing's for sure, he'll have to come up with a good disguise to keep. Yeah. What's the as publicized as this is, and it's all over YouTube. It's all over every social media. The news is. I mean, every news outlet has it. There's no way. I did not believe the girl claiming to have picked him up hitchhiking. Yeah, you're going to hear a lot of stories. You're going to hear all kinds of crap. I'm sure the people at the tip line have to sit there and sift through I saw them both. Oh, I saw him doing this. I saw him running through the woods with a hatchet. People are going to be calling saying all kinds of shit. And you got to sit there. Somebody's job to sit there and sift through all that garbage. But I realize how very far out of the loop I am. Because the only way I even know about this is because this blind guy did a video a couple days ago. Damn blind people watching dumb shit. And there's talk about they were in the same area as a lesbian couple. Yeah, we just talked about that earlier, Cam Goer. Yeah, one of the ladies worked at the place where they were, where the guy called the police and said they was fussing. Oh, shit, I missed that one. Sorry. Jackson Hole has several live streams on YouTube 24/7. After Jackson Hole, he told the couple that gave him a ride his fiance was editing videos alone in the van, and he was camping alone a few days. Cam's on the trail too. There you go. If he'd done something to her, she could be anywhere. Yeah. Let's drive back. Oh my, the whole, like I said, this is crazy. A lot of people is going to take advantage of this dumb shit. Gabby probably did because she wouldn't go without contacting her mom. Yeah, that's the one thing that excuse me, damn it. That is one of those things that is a regular, it's a constant, and that's what really screwed it up when she stopped contacting her mom. Exactly. Yeah, it's going to be real hard to find somebody that's impartial for this one for sure. Yeah. Yeah, he had a phone and he didn't have a phone. I don't have a phone. And then she told, make sure you have the phone charger and charge the phone. Yeah. So what is the deal? Did he have a phone? Did he not have a phone? Yeah, that's all kind of crazy too. He lied. He initially told the cops he didn't have a phone. Then he pulled it out when the cops said, yeah. Yeah, they are tracking the phone and all that, like I said, and then they're going to getting all the footage, tracking everything. Didn't kill her intentionally, then he should have said it was an accident. Now he just, yeah, it's, I don't know. What hotel? Because the dad sent Uber Eats to the hotel they were both at in Salt Lake City. And the only one mention of hotel was when cops separated them. That's right. That was one of the last places they knew because, yes, they did send them Uber Eats. And when they did separate them, she kept the van and they sent him to a hotel alone. And then they were back together the next day anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot to catch up. What up, Mo Bang? What's going on? It is a lot to, that's for sure. It is a lot to absorb. And then just when you think you can sit back and try to put the pieces together, boom, now he's missing. Like, what? What do you mean now he's missing? What the hell? He might know what happened to her if she is batshit crazy and just ran off. He may have waited so long and then just drove the van home. But if that was true, yeah. I think of those things too, man. You know, it's crazy. What up, boo? You ever seen Little Blonde Girl with the dreads and the footy PJs? Yeah, Butterbean said, yeah, if that was what happened, yeah. But then again, hey, like I said, I don't argue with anybody lawyering up because I definitely, if something that big happened, like if I was like, you know, what do I do? And, you know, if you walk in the door and you go, Dad, Mom, Dad, I just left her alongside the road. She was fucking nuts. What should I do? Call a lawyer, you know? So you do what your parents tell you to do. And the lawyer says, shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. We'll figure this out. But yeah, who knows? No, that's fine. I get it. Yeah, I know what you're doing. But yeah, I was, it helps me remember because, like I said, I got so much of this information going on. It's like you're trying to, like I said, you're trying to put it all together, and all of a sudden, You're like, well, maybe this happened. Well, this could be happening. Well, one of three things in my mind. And then you wake up and you turn on the thing and you go, what? Now the goofball's missing too? What the hell? Yeah, it's all, it's all nuts. Was it not suspicious as they claim he flew? Yes. Yeah. I talked about that a little bit, but you are right. You're totally right. That whole business right there. What was the deal with that? Why did he leave her, fly back to Florida, and go to and I can't get a definitive answer. Was he putting stuff in or was he taking stuff out? Because everything I hear, they always say he was either. So we don't know, at least I haven't heard, if he was putting stuff in or taking stuff out of a storage unit. But any which way, he did leave her, flew back, put shit in or took shit out of a storage unit. It says, and they say her stuff or their stuff. And then he went back. I don't know. Yeah. I totally agree. Messing is the wrong word, but I guess it's the one that the news uses. Yeah, he ain't messing. He just ran off. I agree. Let's hope so. It's just, this is a goofy one. I'm curious now. I think he offed her now, either hiding out or commits to. Wouldn't that suck if that's where he did? If he went off to off himself. That is true, Mobang. That is true. Yeah, even on the body cam when they were separated, she was like, well, where's he going to be? And the cop said, I can't tell you where he's going to be. She was like, but is it far? Because I usually don't drive the van. I don't drive the van. I don't want to have to drive far and blah, blah, blah. And they were like, no, it's not far. But so she was like, so she really didn't drive the damn thing the way it sounded. I don't know if there's video, but there's a timeline that where they were seen at another park and shit. So you add to the body cam footage. Yeah, they did get back together. They were back together after that, for sure. I wouldn't make a statement either. Just like with domestic violence claims, when a woman goes missing, the woman's male partner is automatically presumed to be responsible. He's smart for claiming out. And again, I don't fault him for getting a lawyer, but I don't know if Magnum PI. Hey, Gypsy Lee. What's up, Quentin? Comes her fault for not finding a reason to hold him. The most certainly could have found some. Well, the thing is, if the cops would have held anybody, it would have been her. She was the aggressor. She's the one that was beating on him. And that was the whole thing. They were even the cops were talking about her like, hey, just because it's this little tiny 100-pound chick and this guy, we can't look at it different, because if they would have said that he was slumping on her, we'd have been taking him in right away. The cop even said that shit. And he said, it's up to you, but what we're going to, he was talking to another, you could see him. And they were like, she was the aggressor. The guy that reported it said that she was the aggressor. He said that she was the aggressor. And she even said she was the aggressor. So if anybody was going to be held and put away, it was going to be her. So I guess the other thing is if they would have charged her and put her in holding, then maybe she wouldn't be missing, right? So there's the other thing. It's Nana Cat. What's up? I don't know. Some people, I was thinking about that too, but some people said that the couple were, the timeline doesn't add up. I forget who it was. I think it was Charlotte in here. Pulled up, said about the timeline. No, they're not back together now. They were back together after the footage of the body cam footage was taken. I heard when they retrieved her van, her stuff was removed and out in storage. You heard her stuff from the house. I heard when they retrieved her van, her stuff was removed and out in storage. I don't know. All I know is he left her back wherever they were at that time. I forget where they were. If they were still in Utah or wherever, but he left her and flew back. So she had the van with her, but he flew back and was doing something. And all the reports I hear is either putting in or taking out stuff out of a storage unit. I think he has a high probability that he could commit suicide. He was pretty antsy while talking to the police. He appears to have issues. They both had issues. And I don't think, let's face it. Two people that like each other get into a van, not an RV, a van, and travel across country. I'm going to tell you what, after about 2 months, you're not even going to like each other anymore. I don't care what anybody says. In a van, cooped up, trapped in a van, traveling, any little thing is going to piss you off. And if they both got anxiety issues or OCD or ADHD or any of the other elemental P diseases, if he goes out hiking and comes back in and he's kicking mud and dirt all over the place and gets one little tassel. I mean, I have a friend who he has fringes on his carpet and he combs the fringes out all the time. And if the fringes get messed up, he goes nuts. He has coins in an ashtray and they all have to be heads up. All you got to do is just take one, flip the tails. He goes nuts and he will go through that whole thing until he makes sure they're all heads up. So if she's to that extent and he goes in and just pushes something 2 inches over to the side where it's not supposed to be, she's going to flip her shit. If he gets mud on the thing, she's going to flip her shit. Are they on medication? Are they taking their medication? Are they on the road? Can they get their medication? Do they work? Do they have money to afford their medication? Do they have a place to go to get medication? Should they be going to the doctor regularly for all their ailments? Are they just blowing it off because they're living the free, cheap, and easy life? See, that's the thing about when you get on the road and you just hit the road and go whatever, and you throw your hands up in the air and you go, well, I got issues, but my doctor's way back there. I can't do this. I don't have insurance. I'm not working. I'm going to be a big YouTube star. I'm trying to start my vlog. I'm trying to start my blog. I'm trying to start my Instagram channel. I'm trying to start all this so I can get money so I don't have to work on the road. And you're talking about being anxious and have anxiety issues and all this other shit. Well, of course. And the two of them seem to be, again, immature, have all kinds of anxiety and other issues. And now they're crammed in a tin can together going across country. And they left from New York and went the whole way west. I mean, the whole way west, all but the whole way west. And guess what? Yeah, people are going to get aggravated. They're probably going to scream, holler, cuss, bawl, cry. And now you add on their anxiety and OCD and everything else issues. Not a good recipe for success, in my opinion. Stay the hell home. You want to travel? Travel. I don't know, get a plane, ride the train together. Don't live in a van for a year together if you can't. I don't know. It's just me. I think this whole free, cheap, and easy life is way overrated. But I don't do it. I'm just a blind guy sitting at home running my jaws. So things like this that are happening right now with this couple don't ever happen, because it's a great community. We all look out for each other. No one throws trash around. It's all those locals that do it. No one does this. No one does that. No one fucking dumps their shit on the thing, goes, whatever. Some splashed out. I'm not cleaning it up. Nobody ever does that. RVers are sent from heaven. Van dwellers, they don't cause any problems. They're all perfect people. It's everybody else around them that makes them look bad. But again, when you got people like that, they have issues, and now they're trapped in a tin can together, thousands of miles from home. It's not good. It's not good. People are gonna snap. Even if you don't have those issues, I think people will snap. Just my opinion. All right. I know I skipped down here a lot, but hey, I was yabbering. People often say they have anxiety when other mental health issues are really the situation due to stigma. Yes. I agree. You're not going to say, I've got this, I got that. Yeah. Anxiety. Exactly. But if you look at what medications they're taking, it's not for anxiety. It's for something else. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Just sitting here, right? Yeah. Let's see what we going there. She mentioned that the cops crisis should have been called. Cops are not trained in mental health issues, need training on this. Sadly, they don't. They did the wrong thing. I think they were just trying to give a young couple a break. They may have did the wrong thing and made a mistake, but I don't know. I mean, when you're sitting alongside the road talking to this little whiny, bawling, blubbering chick, and the guy's going, look, hey, and he's got scratch, and he's cooperating. He's like, no, I don't want to press charges. And no. What do you mean she's got a court date? How can we get rid of this? What do I got to do to make this go away? And all this other shit. You're going, hey, they're in a van. Go take a shower. You go take a shower. Calm down. We're not going to make their lives any more miserable. They're not thinking, she's going to be missing tomorrow. We got to put her in jail for her own safety. You don't think about shit like that. You're just trying to assess the situation as it's occurring unfolding in front of your face. All right. You mean when he went to help his dad move stuff? Yeah. I thought he left her in a hotel and drove. I heard he flew, is what I heard. I heard he flew back. The reports that I heard on the news anyway, heard that he flew back and helped his dad move this stuff out of a storage unit or into a storage. I don't remember. All I keep hearing is either in or out of a storage unit, but he flew back to Florida and then flew back to her, is what I heard. All right, what we got going on here? This was a crime of rage. He flipped out after being hassled by her, realized after he screwed up huge and ran home. Now he's going to go hide and kill himself because he can't face prison. There you go. There's one theory. One of many. It's the weekend warrior yuppies that throw trash around. Okay, I'll believe that. Sure. Just like all white Republicans are racist, all black people are crack addict thugs, and no. Every community has their good, their bad, their upward or lower, their middle class, and it's no different from the van dwellers, the RVers, the wheeled wonders, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, there's people that do exactly what they're supposed to do. There's people that have $1,000,000 rigs. There's people that have $100 rigs. There's people that will go and say, look at all this fucking trash, and they'll spend an hour cleaning up a spot before they even park in or before they set up their camp. And there's others that will get out and throw trash and go, fuck them, and leave. There's people that will pull into a Walmart parking lot, pull their fucking black tank and dump it. There's people that'll pull into the fucking desert and throw their hose in a wash, pull the fucking black tank and dump it in the wash and drive off. And there's people that won't. So don't tell me it's all local shit. Every community, no matter what it is, has good, bad. Every community has rich, poor, middle class, and everything else. And it's no different from the RV community. You weren't all sent down in the palm of God's hand and placed here and patted on the head and put little halos on and go, now go, fly, be free. Live the free, cheap, and easy life. No, sorry. There's scumbags in every community. Just like there's people, again, that will run around and pick up other people's garbage. And try not to put that stigma on their community. But yeah. No, they were definitely not. Yeah. They would have been good if they'd have did a little part-time jaunt or, had a little adventure. But for full-time yeah, no. I don't think they were emotionally or mentally prepared for it. I'm pretty sure I heard her say that she was on something, that she took medicine. I can't remember. Again, I got so many stories. Been watching so much stuff. It's all rolling around in there. And I'm not watching everything, so some of the stuff might have slipped by me, but I do try to keep up on it because I find this very, very interesting, and it just gets crazier and crazier as the hours go by. Not even days. As the hours go by, it gets nuts. Any video that shows them to get her ads or traffic stop would be helpful. Yeah, I think they probably are looking, well, it might not be video, but that's what they're saying. The FBI and all they're saying, anybody that's, that's been in these areas during this time, look at your pictures, look at your videos, see if you might have captured them in the background, to give us a timestamp. And then again, I talked about them having cameras at the entrances and license readers at a lot of the national parks. So yeah. But they were definitely seen together, and there is record somewhere of them being, whether it be her Instagram timeline or something. Let's just stock up on party favors. Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go. Like I said, I adore my wife, but if we had to live in a van together, I don't think. RV? A decent sized one? Yeah. But a van? No. One of us would be either in the hospital or in jail. That's for sure. The Rainbow Girls. Yeah, we were talking about them a little bit. Yeah, I do remember her saying that he doesn't drink or anything. Yes. Yeah. It just, I don't know. It seemed weird. Like I said, there could be a couple different things. You heard he what flew to. Yeah, I heard he flew, but as far as empty or put stuff in, I keep getting mixed things on that. I'm not sure which one it was. Bruh. Ooh, excuse the hell out of me. I think so too. There you go, Bill. That's it. That's it. Not good. Is it possible the cops actually do know where Brian is and they are letting the Laundries think they lost him to simply watch him and hope the family slip up? Is it possible? I don't know. That's a good theory, though. I like that. That's good thinking. That's different thinking. Thinking out of the box a little bit there. I like that. I do. Not above the realm of possibilities, in my opinion. According to her Insta and only video, she was living her best van life. Yeah. But again, she was even telling the cops that she was trying to get her vlog going and this and that and that. And hey, Pippa. Her body was found? No, I didn't hear that yet. I didn't hear that one yet. He's missing. I don't know, unless there's something that just popped up that I didn't read yet. Let's refresh this and see what pops up. No, I didn't hear anything like that yet. This is the latest. Let's see. Where's her fiance? Please visit. Search for Gabby Petito continues. 43 minutes ago. Fiance of missing woman Gabby is hiding, her family says. Get rid of that. Let's see. What else is going on here? Let's see. 15 hours, 20 hours, 21 a day, 15 minutes. Gabby's stepfather. 2 days ago. There you go. We don't care about all that. We want new stuff. I hate fucking laptops. Come on. Fuck off. Come on. Piece of shit laptop. I hate them. I hate laptops. Yeah, so there's really nothing new and exciting like that I see. All right. Yeah, this is a weird one, isn't it, Badge? As Big Easy said, my 3 cents, the police and etc. are probably tracking him. They always return to the crime and brag to someone. I do feel like there's a possibility Brian may have went back there to look for her if she did run off. See, that's what I kind of think, Beanie. I kind of think that these new to the van life, new to being out away, I think, on their own like this, and as naive, immature, and whatever issues they had, I think that they got into another squabble and he got the shits of it. And this time he did get her out and was smart. Said, I'm not rolling the windows down. She's not climbing back in the window this time, and drove off without her. I mean, and then probably went down the road for a while. Yeah, went to a gas station, went somewhere, had a drink, a soda, or I don't, whatever. And then went, okay, let me go back. Hopefully she calmed down, or she's really pissed off. I don't know, but went back. She wasn't there. He freaked out, looked for her, but then he freaked out and said, fuck. And he went home. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? We'll get a lawyer. All right, boys, shut up. I'll send somebody out to where you said she was. We'll pay for an investigator. We'll go out and we'll see if we can't find her. We'll scour the area. And then they heard, okay, the police and FBI are looking in this area. And they were like, cool. That's where we left her. That's where I left her ass. So hopefully they find her, because that's the kind of statement they left. It wasn't like, it was like, police are looking here. Well, let's hope they find her. Or it was just the weird statement, the way they said it. I don't know. It was kind of weird to me. I want to go back and look if she ran off, but why wouldn't they just say she ran off and he waited a few days and drove home? I don't know. Don't know, Pip. We don't know. Nope, badge. They have not found her as of yet. I think she would have contacted her mom, so how she left all kinds of tracks. I think she would have found, anyway, she'd have, a little girl like that, petite, not gorgeous, but a cute little petite girl, she could have ran up to anybody in any crowd and said, can I use your phone? I was left on the side of the road, or I lost my anything. And called her mom. You're right. I believe that wholeheartedly. Yeah, if he just did something dumb, I think he should have talked to. I agree, but Oh, here we got another one. Bet they're hiding together. Wouldn't that be crazy? An innocent man would have stayed there and cried real tears to police after reporting her missing. Yeah, I agree. I agree. They were in lots of places. They were in national parks and forests. They were in Moab, the Teton. They were all over the place. They were traveling. And so, they were in Utah and everywhere. So they could have been, they were in both. They were everywhere. Last, I don't know. Who knows? Cause we don't know where, where or when the last we have is that we have the body cam footage. And then we have reports of them being at was it the Tetons National Park? Reports to her parents. It may sound stupid. I never watched the news. Just what you tell me. It's crazy though. Did someone tell Brian she went to Florida, so he flew back to get her? I don't know. People are conspiring to separate the two. right. That's kind of weird. Funny, but kind of fucked up. It is kind of funny, though. That could be too. That could be too. Time he could have said, "Don't fucking hit me no more. I'm gonna smack you back." He could have thumped her, bashed her head against the fucking window or something, inadvertently knocked her out. Who knows? Oops. There. Sorry, jumped. Yeah, I know. Isn't it nuts? Isn't it nuts? It gets more crazy as the days go by. We plan to go to Yellowstone, then Glacier National in Montana, then eventually end up in Portland, Oregon for Halloween. Oh, he's talking about they were back together after the body cam. Yeah, not that they are back together at the present, that they were after the body cam footage. I think that's what he means. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. Did I hear he didn't have a phone, but then she said to him not to forget his phone chart? Yes, when the police were with him. Yes. Yeah, they are. They're doing all that. Pip. They're pinging the towers. They're checking. You know, because when he left out west to go to Florida, he went lickety split. I mean, they said that the last contact with her parents was like 41 hours, and then 42 hours later, he was in Florida. And if he drove nonstop, that's how long it would take, 42 hours. So, you know, they're looking, he had to stop to get gas. So they're checking all that stuff out. They're doing all the electronic stuff. They know where he was. They're checking it out. Like I said, they're just not letting us know everything. Let's see. What's this theory about they're hiding together? What's the logic behind it? Yeah, I don't think that, but yeah, I don't think they're hiding together either. I'm with you on that. I don't think that. I don't see the reason. I don't I don't find the logic in that either. I truly don't. But hey, you never know. As goofy as this shit is, I'm not putting anything out of the realm of possibility anymore. Yeah, right. Right, can't go on. Can't get my keys. You know what, Kathleen? That shit would drive me insane too. I think I would run. Either that or or put something outside the stick something with a barrel outside the window and have a reason for the cops to be there. Yeah, if I had all them people out there, you know, on my lawn, neighbors yelling, waiting on answers, and the media out there and all the media trucks lining the street, and then, you know, cops and FBI people. Yeah, I'd be like, fucking, I'm out. When a cop pulling them over freaked them out. When they searched the van, I'm sure they didn't find the tent. Wouldn't that suck? Yes, body cam was on August 12th, and both of them have Instagram posts on the 13th. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. Thanks for clearing that up. If they're hiding together, it wouldn't take long for one of them to give up and tell us where they are. Yeah. Damn it. Okay, not being. To the distance we traveled, how long would it take? So thanks for. Yeah, okay, no problem. Thank you for that. Police in Florida on Saturday searched a vast wildlife reserve near the Gulf Coast for 23-year-old Brian Laundrie, Washington Post. Thanks for that. Brian wanted her to have the van so she was not stranded, and he took the hotel room. Yeah, the cops set that up with he was talking. I remember him talking to the person on the phone. Usually for females, you know, but they were saying, "Hey, this the male," and blah blah blah. Yeah, Lee was born outside the laundry house. Was really yeah. It wouldn't take me long to be really fucking annoyed with her and smash her in the face with it. Talking about a grumpy old man. Get off my lawn. Yeah, I'd be out there fucking flipping shit. That's true. Innocent until proven guilty, except on social media. I think she's gone. He is the bad guy. There's way too much holes in this case. Why would he leave her? It is. It's, you know, every time you when I'm thinking about it, I go through a process and then I come to something and like that doesn't make sense. So I go back around. Well, what if this? And then again, then you wake up and you hear he's missing. Well, what did he do? Did he run back to find her because he left her somewhere and he knows? Or is he tired of the fucking people screaming? Or does he? I don't know. There's just so much fucking shit. It's so goofy. They're searching. Where are they searching? And again, that's another one of the weird things about we're searching this area. And then their statement was, well, good. I hope they find her. Not like, no, a little farther south, or our hearts go out, and it's like, oh, good. It almost sounded like, yeah, you're in the right area. It's just the way they said that their response to that was just so weird. That's what I want to know. I want to know how both of them got their money to travel. Did they save up? Was mommies and daddies and everybody else, were they footing the bill? Yeah, I don't know how they got all their money either. Hey, thanks, Scooter. Yeah, they're searching there in Florida for his ass, but they've been searching for her in places. And like I said, when they said where they were searching, his lawyer made a statement like, "Good, I hope they find her alive and well," or something. But just the way he said it, I was like, "Yep, you guys are in the right spot." Damn it! Probably getting money from mommy, yeah. The idea that makes sense to me is they did it for the YouTube views. It got out of hand. Rich kids. Yeah, that's true. Dad did buy the mute, so maybe, yeah. I need money. Yeah. I don't know. There's only one video. From what I understand, is they were just starting all this social media stuff. It was kind of new. Yeah, I remember her saying, yeah, in an interview, I remember at one of the interviews them saying that, yeah, she gave up the job to travel. Another update. Perez. Yes. Damn it. Not monetized. When the cops asked us, he had money for the hotel. He said, yeah. And he told her, the cop told her where she could go. Where she could go get a shower for like $5 or so. And she's like, well, I showered yesterday. And one of those and he was like, well, you didn't go through this yesterday. Just go. And he kept referring to his wife, And he kept saying whenever she gets a little anxious, she just gets in the shower and just has her time and relaxes in the warm water, and it helps calm her down, and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's just the whole thing of, I don't know. But the whole thing was, she kept saying about wanting to start this vlog and her Instagram, and she wanted this and wanted to do that, and all surrounded social media. And even the one thing was, he wouldn't support me. And then there was, I can't find it again, but there was a video. It was an interview with her friend that they met each other on a website, or on an app, one of the apps, I forget which one. But they started hanging out and everything, and they're talking to this chick, and she was saying that they argued. And if he loved her so much, then why wouldn't he support her when she wanted to start this vlog and blah 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 blah? I don't think it was planned for views. I think there was an accident. Yeah, I don't think it was planned for views either. But it's just that, it was just this whole thing of, this whole movement, this whole thing of, you turn on YouTube and you got the Bob and other people. Just work is stupid. Don't be a slave to the man. Quit your job, sell your house, buy a van, a car, whatever, get in it and just drive. Come on out here to the desert and just roam around, live the free, cheap, and easy life. It's so awesome. Just do it, And so these kids did it. Cool. We got rich parents or whatever, or mommy's going to give me money. I worked, I saved. We're in love. We'll go to New York for, what was it, a wedding or something they went to, and then we'll leave. We'll just hit the road and we'll go find the Bob. We'll go out west and we'll find the Bob and we'll live this free, cheap, and easy life. And look, everybody, all you got to do is take pictures, post on Instagram, make YouTube videos, and just document your travels, and you can get paid for that, and we can make money on the road, and that's all we got to do. And then it comes down to, I'm in this tin can with this crazy chick. We're both a little bit fucked up in the head. Shit ain't going right. I don't want to get the camera out of my face. I don't care. Let's just go have fun. No, we got to record this. We got to post this. Oh, I'm trying to do, I don't know. It could have been all kinds of shit, man. Where is it? No, I did not. I don't see it. Yeah, I did not see it, I don't think. Sorry. Oh, I know it's not. I know it's not free, cheap, or easy. The last thing it is easy. Everybody says it is not easy. The ones that actually admit, and there are someone here, admit how difficult it is and how it is neither free, cheap, nor easy. My theory, overwhelmed with life, finances, social media, caught up with her, him. Lovebirds were having fun. Seemed like, I don't think the vibe of either of them being criminals. I don't think it was. I think if anything, if she is no longer here, I don't think he did it on purpose. I think if it did happen that way and he did it, I think it was purely an accident. Because our brains do not develop right off when we are young. Kids make choices based off their feelings, not logic. Yes. Yes. Gotcha. Out in the body cam footage, she was worried as how far she had to drive. Yeah, I said that earlier. It seemed like she didn't even drive the van. Yes, that's a very good point. Well, yeah, and she freaked out big time. That's what caused this whole ordeal. Why that guy in front of the store called the cops and said that this chick was whooping on this guy, and that's because he said he was going to leave her and locked her out of the van, and that she freaked out. So yes, I think that has a whole lot to do with everything. That, yeah, if she gets left alone, I think she has issues with that big time. Okay, V, I'll try again. Because her brains are not fully, yeah, Butterbean actually did it again. Yes, I agree with you. I do agree with you on that, yes. And I think I did read that. But yeah, Beanie put it up. Yeah. And Beanie said she Gabby Petito, but yeah. I did see that. She hurt herself, and he, being scared previous to the incident 2 weeks prior, took off. Well, yeah, I could see that. I could see that as a possibility. If she did something to herself, then, yeah, he's going to go down for it. just came in and said now he's missing. Yeah, they say missing. Other people say, quit saying missing. He ran off. He's hiding. Yeah, but that's the deal. Yeah, he's gone now. They don't know where he is since Tuesday. Yes, it's now Saturday. So Mr. Lawyer Man and his family, all of a sudden, they don't know where he is since Tuesday, which is odd to me. The fact that he came home with the van alone, hasn't said a word, and now he's missing. Come on, how weird is all those things? To be able to say, well, I don't know. It's just so freaky. I think she flipped out and either he drove off or he snapped. Either way, I don't think it was intent. I don't think it was intent. I think it was an accident if he did it. She was about 110 pounds. Yeah. That's true. That is true. I mean, all it would take is literally just to grab her, she's doing, and just to push hard enough and have her head smack the window hard enough that could, knock her out. Maybe he thought he killed her and she was just knocked out. Or, they could have been outside somewhere and he could have pushed her. She could have stumbled back, fell, cracked her head on a rock. All kinds of stupid stuff like that could have happened. There's endless possibilities. And I just don't think it was intentional. I think he did something. He freaked and went home and said, this is what happened. What do I do? Non-logic choices because they are kids is why I think they are hiding together. Oh, gotcha. Oh yeah, that's right. Somebody said, what is the logic in you thinking they're hiding together? I got you now. I understand. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Yep. She did have a fear of being abandoned. Yeah, because she really freaked out when he was going to leave her. Yep. That too. She said, yeah, when the lights popped on, when she was getting pulled over, she was like, she's like, now look, we're getting pulled over. And we started smacking him, and that's why he hit the curb. That was the explanation anyway that both of them gave. Except he said she grabbed the wheel, and she said, no, I was hitting him in the arm, and that's when he hit the curb. Jimmy Picks, hello, sir. I hope you are well, my friend. I really do. How in the hell have you been? Lord couldn't get a plea deal, so guy skipped the country. There you go. That's a possibility as well. Damn it. Think of this as a stunt both adults don't have to answer to anyone, not in trouble, sure sad for family, but gets famous and book movie deal, no charges. Then once they leave, all praise them. Well, all I'll say is this. If they are hiding together or doing something, and this is a big stunt, boy, are they going to be sorry, and boy, is this going to backfire. Because all the money and the resources and something's going to happen. I don't know what, but all this more than likely would not have happened if the cops would have called crisis. Yeah, they didn't do anything to anybody. Yeah. She got off with smacked him around, And we all know that if she'd have been the one with the scratches and everything, they'd have tossed him in jail right away. You know that would have happened. Let's face it. That's one thing you can definitely say. That body cam would have looked a whole lot different. If they'd have called and said, if that guy in front of the store said, hey, this dude's beating the shit out of this chick, and they pulled him over, yeah, they'd have cuffed and stuffed him real quick. And we all know that. We all know that's true. Maybe there, Mike. Maybe. It is a royal mess. If it were a Lifetime movie, he would be the killer of the lesbian couple, and boy, they're there for the next act. You're right. Yep, a couple people said that, Jimmy. Yep, you're not alone in thinking that. That's for sure. Well, and that's maybe another reason why he was told to shut up. Because as soon as he says something, like, yeah, she's missing. Well, he was with her, and if he reports her missing, that's following a false report, at the very least. But he didn't say nothing, so. Well, that's because this administration said there is no problem at the border, so there's no problem at the border. It doesn't matter. There's all kinds of people sitting underneath a bridge trying to stay cool and not dying over 100-degree weather in Texas. But ask the Prez, ask Kamala, there is no problem at the border. Even though a state of emergency has been declared in Texas because of it, there's no problem. There's no problem at the border. And it's just all you white racists. There's no problem. It's just some people. Let them come in. We'll handle it. Yes, I agree. If she had been the one with the scratches, that body cam would have been a whole lot different. There you go. See, Pippa? That's kind of, well, they didn't go to jail, but the cops said there where they were is like, we have to separate you. We have to file the protection order or something like that, where there's no contact order. That's what it is. And it was for him against her. That's why they had a court date that they had to show up. I mean, he could have told her, and that's, after that, they could have got back, when they got back to get together, it could have been, hey, we got this court date. And, you got to show up, and I'm not pressing charges. The cop's not pressing charges, but he said that the prosecuting attorney could, if he wanted to. She could have flipped the fuck out about that and ran off. Who knows, man? There's just so many things without being in the investigation and know what they know. But it is fun to I know I don't want to say the word fun during all this, but it is kind of fun to try to figure all this out and see what's what and think about possibilities and everything else with this craziness. It is all nuts. Oh, I find it fascinating. I honestly do. Let me see what's going on here. Let's see. Me too, Cam Garwan. True. Jimmy? They never got a court date. How do we know that? I don't know if you watched the body cam footage and hear what the cop told her. Well, told him, because he kept saying, I don't want to press charges. I don't want to press charges. And then he said, well, we have to do this. It's the state requires, the law requires, blah, 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 any domestic violence, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But I don't know. Maybe then again, when they decided not to slate her for domestic violence, I don't know. But they separated them with the protection order. I don't know, man. It's all crazy to me because the cop was saying, even if I don't, and in it, you're going to get a court date. You have this court date, and the guy was like, well, what do I got to do to make this go away? What do I got to make this go away? I don't want anything to happen to her, blah, 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 blah. And they kept going, well, I'm not doing it. You're not doing it, but the prosecutor, he could do it, or the judge, or somebody could say it, and we have to, and because in this state, this is the law. We can't go around it, and I'm not going to give you a ticket for speeding or this or that, but I have to do this, and we have to separate you, and we got to, I don't know. So, hey. No, I'm not sitting through that hour and 17-minute thing again. It was kind of long, and a lot of it was kind of just blue. What I was looking at was I was listening to it, but I was really watching their demeanor and how immature they were, in my opinion. I mean, they were young, so of course they were immature, but when you're 22 or whatever, 22, 23, 24, all that age up to like 26, 20. You think you know everything. You don't know shit yet. But you're an adult and you're out there doing it. And yeah. But it's all crazy. Well, I don't think they need to be trained. If they have a suspicion of something, they should have to turn them over to somebody or have somebody else come out or something. Cops have enough to worry about, knowing what laws are. I mean, not law, everything, but they have a lot to worry about. They have to figure out what's going on. They have to worry about people shooting at them. They have to worry, what is that, a phone? Is it a gun? Is it a what? To have to be, a mental health expert too. I think that's a lot asked on them, especially for the pay that they get for actually putting their lives on the line anyway. And, but then again, if you think about what's going to happen in Minnesota and other places, that the police are gone and they're going to be replaced with, social workers. So there you go. Anybody that has mental health issues, if these social workers don't pick it up, if they don't get shot and killed from real criminals because there's no cops anymore, just social workers, then, it all should work out pretty good. That's true. That's what they came up with. Because that's right. He was standing there saying, I'm going to ask you a question. Don't answer right away. Think before you answer. Yeah, that's right. You're right. I remember that now. It was very clear about all that. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know if that's true, because if he was just a person of interest and not really charged with anything or a person of interest, they can still go, as far as I know. I don't know. Then again, I only know what goes on here in my state. And apparently everything's different from state to state and this to that. And I don't know. And again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a cop. I'm not a judge. I'm not a mental health expert. I'm none of that crap. The tone of the officer at the very beginning of the stop says a lot. When speaking to him, authoritative, and speaking to her was gentle. Until further discussion, officers tone leveled out. Yeah, I agree. He did handle her with kid gloves because she was a little dainty, tiny little. Yeah. Even though the report was that she was the aggressor, but yeah, it was everything. Again, from beginning to end, this whole thing is very, very interesting. Crazy, goofy. Carolyn. Yeah, unless it's some really, really crazy, wild, off the wall shit that happened, I think so too, because I think someone would have heard from her. Again, a cute little petite girl could have ran out in the park or walked out in a parking lot of any place and said, I lost my phone, or I was left here. Can I use your phone to call my mom? And somebody would have gave her a phone. 10 people would have gave her a phone. I agree. Somebody would have heard something from her. Unless she was dumped in the middle of somewhere and she's just, lost wandering through the wilderness, and probably by now she probably is done. Yes, they do, Kathleen. Yep. And that's what makes everything so goofy and hard to figure out when you're armchair quarterbacking it. Yeah, they're getting understaffed and underfunded more and more with all this defunded police bullshit. That's why no matter what happens, don't give up your freedom sticks, because when there ain't no police in your area, you got to protect yourself somehow, because ain't nobody coming to help you out. I don't care what anybody else says or what you feel about it, you're going to need one. Because in Canada and other places, it's a lot different than it is here in the U.S. Criminals are criminals, and there's lots of them. And now we got people that are coming here from other countries that don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw out of, and they're going to get what they need somehow. And if they're going to take all the police away and replace them with who knows what, then yeah, you're going to need to protect yourself somehow, because ain't nobody going to do it but your damn self. Oh my. Yeah, and that's true. I mean, even if this poor kid didn't do anything, and at the end of this whole story, you know, whatever it may be, he didn't do a damn thing wrong, it doesn't matter, because there's already people out there to say, he did it. He's had to have done it. He did this. He did that. He's got all his neighbors on his parents' fucking front yard and everything. He did it. We demand answer. Even if it's just some innocent kid that's, you know, not mentally mature for whatever reason. The lawyer said to do this, so that's what he did. His parents are saying, do what the lawyer says, and he really didn't do nothing. And it comes out that he didn't do shit wrong. It doesn't matter. It's already there. He's been labeled. He's got that fucking thing around his neck that said he did this to his girlfriend. I don't care what they say. I believe otherwise. And somebody mentioned OJ earlier. Not that he didn't do it, but OJ was found innocent, wasn't he? How many people believe he was? Well, but yeah. So it is true. It is sad, but true. We do live, in that age. My opinion, they went on a hike, sued, and from recent past interactions, she started throwing hands. He pushed her away, but the trail didn't allow it. Push. Yeah, that's what I think. I kind of think the same thing too. He was tired of her smacking on him, whether it was over a cliff or just down and she smashed her head on a rock or whatever. Or he just, you know, they went on a hike and same thing happened. He just said, screw it. And he ran off and left her. She probably just plopped down the way she is, you know, seen from that video, that she probably, oh no, don't leave me. And she probably just lost it and started bawling and got lost. Anything like that, you know? Oh, really? That's crazy. Let's see. Jimmy says, yeah, sadly, you're correct. That's what's wrong with society today. Exactly. They watch TV and the internet and they think they're all experts in the law. Exactly. Exactly. And that's why I said at the beginning of all this, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a legal expert. I'm not a mental health expert. I'm none of that. This is just my opinion, what I think, and discussing it with you guys here because I find this all fascinating. And every day we hear some crazy new spin on this thing. And yeah, it's just some dude sitting in his house, his opinion, playing armchair quarterback. I don't know what the hell happened to this poor girl. I don't know if this poor young dude did it or not. I don't know what's what. I just know what we are presented with from the news and everything else. So we put things together and we try to figure things out. And I don't want to call it fun, but it can be fun and interesting and entertaining. Yes, at the expense of others, but trying to figure these things out is very interesting to me. And the twists and the turns on this one, and I always go back to the what was her name? The Lori Daybell stuff. You know, the lady and married the cult dude, and everybody in the family that started showing up dead, and the kids were missing, and that shit drug on and on and on, and everybody knew that they killed them kids, but they didn't do anything until they found bodies, and then it still drug on and on and on. And I just hope that this isn't one of them that's going to drag on and on and on because of this and that, the other thing. And every day there's new twists and turns, you know. Oh, he flew home and was at a storage unit, and then he flew back, and now there's body cam footage. They had a fight. No, it was at the same place that the lesbians worked, and oh, I think he killed them, and all this crazy shit. And then he shows up at home with her van, and she's not there. Like the dude, the one cop in Florida, he says 2 people went on a trip and 1 person returned. And then he's not saying anything. He's lawyering up, and the lawyer's like, oh, they looking there? Well, good. I hope they find her. And that was it. And now we find out he's fucking disappeared, missing, ran off, hiding, whatever it is. So yes, it is very crazy. It's full of twists and turns, and it is very interesting to see what's going to happen next, see where it takes us next. And it's all nuts. You must remember this. All you're getting is little reports from the news. The police will never give up everything they are gathering and or have already. You are 100% correct, Jimmy, and I know you know because you know. But yes, and we have discussed that. I've said that in so many words as well. Because they're not going to let us know everything, and you're right. It's whatever they release, whatever their person, their communications person, lets whenever the news shows up, they got the person. That's their job. You go talk to them, and they go say, this is what we got, this is what we got. I can't comment on that. I can't comment. Yes, we're looking at this. No, I can't comment on that. And so, yeah, I know for sure that they know exactly where that phone was at all times. I mean, come on. Now they know what I'm talking about right now. They know if I say I want to, if I get downstairs and talk to my wife about, hey, I think we should get a new refrigerator. 10 minutes later, she's going to get a thing on her phone that says, hey, we have a refrigerator for sale. So you can't tell me that they don't know exactly where he was, and they were at all times, at every single moment. Trust me. If you got one of these damn phones in your hand, in your vehicle or whatever you say, again, hey, we should get a new refrigerator. Bing! We have a refrigerator for sale. As soon as you log on to YouTube, as soon as you log on to Facebook, as soon as you open your email, it's going to say, we got refrigerators. We got refrigerators. So don't tell me they don't know exactly where the fuck they were at all given moments from the time they left to the time that he got back. They know somebody does, whether it be Amazon or Google, somebody knows exactly where they were because they know what you're thinking about. They know what you're talking about. If I order a chair from Amazon today, As soon as I click order, somebody's telling me, hey, we got chairs. Well, I already bought one. I don't need I'm not supplying a fucking office. I only need one chair, you know? So they know. They're talking about, again, they have license plate readers and cameras at the entrances to most of the national parks. They got cameras here and there. He drove from fucking Utah or Wyoming or wherever to Florida. He had to stop for gas. He had to. Not in an airplane. He had to stop for gas. So they know exactly what's going on. But like Jimmy says, and we have talked about, they're not going to tell us everything. They only tell us little bits and pieces to keep us appeased, because social media and everything else, it's not like the good old days where Walter Cronkite got on and said, oh, missing person, and you were there. You know, no. Everybody's got to be into it, and they have to tell us everything. They have to say, we're doing this. We're doing everything we can. We're doing this. Look, we're making progress. Look, we're doing this. And, you know, so yeah, it's going to be really, really wild when it's all said and done. Anyone looked on Brian's Instagram, need to look there. It says a statement. Check it out. Oh, really? That's right. Strong's Adventure need a new fridge. Let's see what's going on here. Bear with. Can't see. Oh, shit. Yeah, I can't even find any. I can't find nothing. Ugh. And of course, all the family members, all their accounts are private. There's a Brianna and all kinds of everybody. And I'm sure if your name's even close to that, I'm sure you probably have your, you probably say your account's are private. You're probably getting all kinds of crazy shit. All right, let's see here. I feel majority of people in front of Brian's house were there strictly to post on social media. Look at the different footage showing people using cell phones for pics, videos, not even facing house. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they were running around in golf carts with signs and all kinds of shit. All right. Righty. All right, I've been on here way too long talking about this shit. It's Saturday. I actually am going to my daughter's house to visit my grandkids this afternoon. So, I think I'm going to wrap this up, get on out of here. I do appreciate everybody coming and hanging out and talking about this very, very interesting case. I think it is just so crazy. It's all nuts. Sally's leaving YouTube. Oh, wow. I did look into that. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your input. I really enjoy, bouncing things back and forth with you guys. I appreciate your input. I do enjoy everyone's theories, and I don't think any of them are really too far-fetched and crazy. I mean, people are being serious about it anyway. I appreciate everybody's thoughts and inputs. And it is very, very, very interesting. Again, like I said, you try to get your head wrapped around this, and the next thing you know, you wake up and something else is crazy is going on. So very, very nuts. And I don't know what's going on. It's all nuts. But once again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. And it has been brought to you by Maximum Effort. That's right. Maximum Effort Productions right here at BlindViews for all you guys. Oh, man. What a crazy, crazy thing we got going on here. I don't know. It's all nuts to me. But, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Country's a mess. Everything is scary now. It is. Everything's nuts. Again, ask the current administration. We don't have a border problem. Ask the people in Texas. We have a state of emergency. So who do you believe? You have to go with the president, right? Hey, because remember, if you do anything otherwise, that means you're a Trump supporter and you're a horrible racist and you shouldn't be alive. So you got to go with the prez and good old Kamala and say, no issue at the border. Just ignore it. It'll go away. I don't know. Everything's batty. All right, gang. Let's see. I am going to say thanks for hanging out again. One more time. I'm out for real this time. Till next time. This is BlindViews. And that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.